Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. I'm so glad that you are joining me today. And I wanted to talk about, as we're leading into a new year, I think that a lot of business owners definitely struggle with staying ahead of the latest marketing trends. And so I thought it would be really timely to come into your ears and talk about the number one way that you can stay ahead of the latest marketing trends, especially leading into a new year. I think 2024 has seen a massive rise in AI and um, using AI to help to optimize marketing. And AI, although it isn't a trend, I think it's here to stay. I think it's important that you understand how to stay ahead in your business and to leverage all of the things that you can to keep moving, because I think knowledge is definitely power. And when you can step into that consistently learning mode as you run your business, that is the number one thing to train yourself to be like adaptable and responsive and reactive and really nimble to be able to capitalize or not on the world of marketing. And, you don't want to be left behind. And we all know that if we take a holiday or if we take, 4 to 5 weeks out of our business, you come back in and things change. Okay. Tech changes, there's new ways to do things. Instagram might change its interface, and same as Facebook. So I know that when I had my baby earlier in the year, I did take some time off of the social media platforms and I came back in, and Instagram had a bit of a makeover, and I was like, cool, everything's in a different place. Now I have to learn where they are. And this could be really frustrating if I let it be, but I'm quite a positive, happy kind of person by nature. And I think that, um, you know, having babies has helped me to be a better business owner. And being a better business owner to me means being reactive, being nimble, not sweating the small stuff. So that was the small stuff for me. So I have gone through it a few times now. And yeah, so thank you for joining me today. If you don't know who I am, if you're listening for the first time, I am Hayley, and I'm really glad that you're here with me in your ears, whatever that you are doing. But I know that it can be really overwhelming trying to keep up with the latest marketing trends. So I wanted to give you a bit of a heads up and a bit of a head start into 2025. So I want to talk about the most effective ways to stay ahead of marketing without spending all your time chasing the next big thing and, leaving you time to focus on your zone of genius. So I think there are massive problems too with trying to chase every new trend, and they come and go. So like strategies shift and change, and it can lead to a lot of wasted time and resources. So trying to stay ahead of everything can help you burn out and also dilute your focus, which we don't want, right? Because you want to bring your A game all year round, not like diluting your focus, which leads to really inconsistent results. And, I think that because every business is different, product based, service based, all services are different. I think that it not everything that is available to you in terms of marketing your business should be used by you for marketing your business, depending on what business that you have. And so I think working out what's best for you as opposed to what everybody else is doing will take a lot of the frustration out of how quickly things move with marketing. So I think that I will emphasize to you and your business, you need a smart, streamlined approach and your foundation set up first to be able to then adapt new trends if they fit, or if they don't, like pass them by. Okay. You don't need to jump on every single new trend. And I think that when you understand what your audience wants, that's far more important than following every trend. Okay, so I think by, serving your audience and focusing on your business goals and not getting distracted by them from shiny object syndrome, and let's be honest, we all do. I think that is definitely the the purpose and the objective of this episode is more about your audience. Okay? So understanding your audience is more important than following every trend, according to me. Okay, so marketing trends should only serve your audience and your business goals if they align with your business goals, your mission, your vision, and why you started your business. And if you're not sure who your audience is, or if you have a smart and streamlined approach or not, that's where I come in. So it might be time for you to jump in to have a marketing strategy for the year built for you, or a social media strategy for the year built for you. So I usually tend to say they last for about 6 months. Okay. And then you should have achieved all of your goals within that 6 months, and then they get revisited, okay, and redone. And so I think that what that will do for you is to help you stay really deeply connected to your audience's needs, behaviors, and preferences. And trends tend to matter less when you know your audience well, and you can tailor how you approach marketing yourself to be able to serve your audience more effectively regardless of what is trending. Okay. So your audience is the most important thing, regardless of what is trending. All right. Don't ever forget that, because they're your number one fans, right? So the more that you can build that know, like, and trust, know who you're serving, know what works well. So go back and have a look at your analytics, what's worked and what hasn't worked. Do more of what's worked. Test the in-betweens, but do more of what's worked, because your audience love that, and that's proof in the insights. Okay, so have a look at that. So to stay ahead, I would regularly engage with my audience. Okay, so how do you do that? Through what you're looking at, what your interactions look like over a week, over a month. You can survey them, okay, and having direct conversations. So in your DMs, what do they look like? What's happening there? Is nothing happening there? If nobody is jumping into your DMs, then you have some work to do in and around how you approach your social media, because that to me tells me that you're completely wasting your time. Whatever you're doing is not working. And so listen to what's happening in your conversations and tailor every outward piece of marketing to more of that. Okay. So it's important to gather the feedback that you get from your audience through these avenues, and then adjust what you are doing to their evolving needs, their pain points, their desires, what they want, what they're struggling with, and that kind of thing. And looking at the data and the insights will definitely help you to be able to do that, because that's how you show up better the next time, right? So if you're launching something, or you want to launch a new product or a service, or you're changing your business around, I think that why would you keep doing what you've always done if it's not working? All right. So it's time to change the game for yourself, and then you can look at what resonates most. And that's really important, because we don't have a bucket ton of time. Okay. Our time is finite. No matter what you're doing, everyone has a certain amount of time. And I don't believe it is equal, because, my time, the way that I used to structure my day, I used to pack it in before I had kids. And so now I've got small humans and they need me so much. So my time looks differently. So I've had to up the ante on friggin' everything and really hone in on my systems and processes. And so I know that what I'm doing works, and it can also work for you too. So I'm happy to, for any of you to send me an email, jump in my DMs on Instagram, and we can have a chat about how you can also kind of streamline everything for you, and have a look at, if you don't know how to monitor your customers' behavior or data, I would love to help you with that. It's kind of like my love language. I love, love the data. I've recently been focusing my time and effort, not all of my time and effort, but on a Pinterest strategy. So Pinterest is something that I've really leaned into the second part of this year. And so I want to start sharing more of that with you, but I'm still in the testing, monitoring phase. So 2025 is going to be really cool. So watch out for things that are going to happen in the Pinterest world for me and for you, because it's definitely still a bit of an unsung hero and when used right. So I've been getting some great results through Pinterest and I want you to as well. I also think that you should, in terms of monitoring your customer behavior and looking at data and insights and things, I know it can be really overwhelming, but if you know what you're actually looking for, things like Google Analytics and all your social media insights, your email insights are important to so you can understand a lot about what your audience opens and what they don't and do more of what they do. Okay, because open rates are important. So if you have around I think now it's around 30 to 38% open rate of your emails, you're in the shit hot zone. All right. So that's a good percentage of open rate. If you're anything above that, then that's really, really great. But that's sitting at a really awesome open rate. And then I think that rather than jumping on every trend, so, adapting to trends to your audience, rather than jumping on every trend, pick ones that more align with your business goals and your interests and your audience interests. Okay. So, the thing is, I think that if there is a new social media platform that comes up in 2025, assess if your target market is likely to be on there before you pour time into it. So I think that was a couple of years ago, there was Clubhouse. Like, where is that now? I don't even know. And so I didn't really pour a lot of time into it. And thank God that I didn't, because I'm pretty certain that I haven't heard anything on Clubhouse for such a long time. And there's other things too. So if something new emerges, I think that you should assess if your audience are actually playing in that space. And if they are, then that's where you should be. And if they're not, don't waste your time. And then I think in terms of getting like insights on what is trending in marketing, listening to this podcast is such an awesome place to start because I will tell you everything. That is what I am here for. And then I think, places like HubSpot, they're a really great source of marketing trends. They give a lot of great information. And then, regular like marketing reports. So things like I know HubSpot do a report or what else is there? There's things like big influencers like online groups, and there's another one like Statista. So that's like a statistic platform. But I think that like by listening into your industry specific influencers. I wouldn't say I'm an influencer per se, but I do have like I am within this industry. So listening to industry specific heads and people are going to give you great insights on marketing trends. And so that's where I come in. So I think as well, if you can attend as many networking events as possible, that will also give you a really good heads up on what people are doing. Talk to people, get out there, be amongst it. There's nothing that I love more than walking into a room of people that I don't know. That just lights me up because I'm just like, yes, this is such a great opportunity to meet new people. And I never have like business or sales in mind. I just want to chat. I just want to talk to new people. I just want to find out who they are, what they do, and why they're there. And I think that if you can learn something from somebody, that's awesome. And I'm a big believer in it, and I do this a lot, is I like to sit back and let people talk. I'm just such an observer and I love to people watch and I love to hear what people have to say. And I think that's my way of, gathering evidence and consumer behavior. And I love all of that stuff. And I think that really is deep down the marketer inside of me. And then, I think that when it comes to trends and listening in on what people are doing, so in and around you, I think you need to balance that with your business strategy. And so if you don't have a business and marketing strategy, I think it's time to get one. If you're looking to scale and grow your business in 2025, I think that we should sit down and have a good look at what you're doing with your marketing, where you want to go with your business, and do the two align. Okay. And so looking at all of that, if you do have these things in place, does it align with your audience? So, this podcast episode is all about your audience and coming back to your audience and what they want. And does it support your long term goals? Okay, so if the answer is no, 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 and no, you know that you've got work to do. But if it's yes, then awesome. Like bring it to the table. But with trends, they do come and go. And I know as business owners, a lot of us have shiny object syndrome. But if you stay focused on your core strategies and only experiment with trends if they fit your audience's needs, I think that's the best strategic advice that I can give you. But think long term. Okay. And what are those 1% that you can do now that will get you to that 365% further at the end of next year? It's chipping away, right? So, just as an example, if you say, oh, I want to be featured in 6 media articles. I want to be interviewed by 24 different podcast hosts. Like, what are you going to do now to chip away at that 1%? And inside of my membership, Superhero Marketing, I have templates and tools and pitch scripts and everything like that for you to be ready to reach out, because I find that getting started is actually the hardest part. So I've taken a lot of that legwork out of it for you. So all you have to do is copy and paste and do the work, okay, without putting the thinking into it. So yeah, everything is available on Google if you want it, but it's going to take you triple the time. And that's what I found is like, what's going to give me the quickest trajectory that I need inside of my business. And it is by leaning into things like education. So you can join my group, Superhero Marketing. You can join the waitlist. Doors will open early 2025, which I am so pumped for. I haven't actually opened the doors I opened the doors right before I had my baby. So that was just before the middle of the year. And they haven't been open since. And so it's going to go off with a bang, which I'm pretty excited. I did launch a short course, which you would have heard if you are a regular listener of the podcast, the Magnetic Marketing Formula. But that's an 8-week course. So that is not a membership model. So the membership is just next level. There's lots of business owners in there that are like-minded and uplifting and awesome. And that is definitely your way of staying ahead of all of the latest trends and things and understanding and learning, right? Knowledge is power. I think for the short term, focus on your audience. Okay, as I wrap this up, your audience will be able to help you to build a sustainable marketing strategy that grows with you rather than short term trend chasing, because I don't want you to do that. I want you to have a sustainable long business. If you are in for the quick wins, then this podcast isn't for you. And I say that with so much love, but we are creating a sustainable business, and I want to take you on that journey. I want you to be here for the long run. I don't want you to be one of those statistics that, a lot of businesses start and fail in the first year because they don't understand the strategy of their business. They don't have missions and visions, and they don't have goals, and they don't have a plan on how to get there. Okay. And so I think rather than short trend chasing, let's be in it for sustainable growth. Focus on your audience. So stay close with them, monitor what is working, what is not working, look at the data, look at your insights, look what marketing has performed the best, and lean into more of that. Okay. So I really encourage you to join the waitlist of Superhero Marketing to get you off to a really good start in 2025. And I am here to support you. I hope that you've had the absolute best day today so far, and I can't wait to see you next week for another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show.